2 people are dead and more than 180 injured after a plane crash landed and burst into flames at the San Francisco International Airport. Melanie Woodrow is at the airport this morning with the latest on the investigation.
Emergency crews stood watch over the wreckage of Asiana Flight 214 all night. The National Transportation Safety Board will investigate what went wrong.
We're certainly going to be looking at the aircraft to try to find the cockpit voice recorders and flight data recorders.
The South Korean airliner was coming in for a landing at San Francisco's airport when the plane appeared to hit short of the runway.
I just see water, so I'm realizing we're way too low, but I'm just like, he's going to make it. He knows what he's doing, right? And yeah, well, that wasn't the case. Somehow we hit the tarmac.
Benjamin Levy was on board the flight and helped other passengers to safety when he opened an emergency escape hatch. He says he feels lucky to be alive.
What saved so many lives, I think, today is the fact that there were no fire immediately. There was smoke coming out of the ground of the airplane, of course, but there was no fire.
As you can see behind me, water surrounds the runways here at the San Francisco International Airport, making this a particularly difficult place to land an aircraft.
The FAA has classified it as a special airport, along with other airports worldwide that involve mountainous terrain or other special challenges.
While we do not yet know what caused the plane to come down, we do know at least 2 potential causes have been ruled out.
그거는 제가 확인을 드릴 수가 없습니다.
Early this morning, Asiana's CEO said engine problems are not to blame for the crash, and officials in San Francisco ruled out terrorism almost immediately.
And Melanie Woodrow is joining us live from San Francisco this morning. Good morning, Melanie.
Good morning. I can tell you that 2 runways have reopened here, and we've seen a number of planes taking off and landing overnight.
Melanie, what is taking place regarding the investigation today?
The National Transportation Safety Board arrived late last night, and investigators overnight got a chance to conduct their first on-site assessment. They also got a look at the damage to the interior of the aircraft. Of course, in the light of day, they'll have their first full day of investigating, and we're hoping for some updates then.
Melanie, during your piece, we hear that investigators have ruled out terrorism. They've ruled out engine problems. Are they looking at weather as a possible factor?
We haven't heard anything about weather. In fact, some experts had been quoted earlier as saying that the conditions were actually rather clear. And so we are waiting to hear what may have happened. According to an eyewitness and at least one aviation expert, there's the possibility that this aircraft came in too low and possibly clipped part of the seawall that's here. You can see I'm surrounded by water, as are the runways here at the San Francisco International Airport. And those seawalls are really there so that if an aircraft is to overshoot the landing, that it won't go into the water. So it's possible if the aircraft came in very low that it may have clipped part of that seawall. But of course, that's a possibility that these investigators will be looking into as well as many others.
Melanie, quickly, I'm running out of time. How can people help even here in Central Ohio?
You know, it's interesting. A lot of people were wanting to come and help with translation at the area hospitals, but folks here have said that they're good on translators. Really what they suggested doing both here locally and even where you are, this is a good reminder. Now might be a good time to go ahead and donate blood at your local blood bank so that if an emergency were to happen like this again, that those blood banks would be stocked and ready to go. But they say they're good on translators, and that was really their only recommendation, was that you might want to go ahead and make a donation.
All right, Melanie Woodrow live for us in San Francisco this morning. Thanks for your time.